Welcome to This Guy, That Guy podcast, a podcast about life, family, friendship, and some sports talk. Gather your friends and family and listen along.
What's up, Ken?
What's going on, Nick?
Nothing. The buttons didn't click first, so that's okay.
So they're saying there's technical difficulties.
Yes, on the button clicking.
Gotcha. Not the button clicker, but the button clicking.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, good.
Go with that.
Well, welcome everybody to another exciting episode of Technical Glitches R Us.
Yes.
I mean,
Also, This Guy, That Guy podcast.
this kind of podcast. So again, welcome to another episode. If you noticed, if you follow us closely, but if you didn't notice, we'll be saddened. We were not here last week.
No,
I don't know about you, but my phone was not blowing up asking where we were.
mine was not, but it felt not the same.
Right? Those are it.
But I'll take responsibility for that. That was,
Well, it's called life, Nick, and and when we talk about This Guy, That Guy podcast about getting away and those little mini trips with your spouse, and you just took it during podcast time, but that's okay. It's perfectly fine.
those were the 2 days we could go. So.
See, that's okay.
And we got a smoking deal on the hotel. Everything worked out great.
We see where your priorities lie, and that's okay. I mean, that's
You know,
we understand.
it is what it is. But we're back with a vengeance today, I think.
Woo-hoo.
It worked out well, though, because now we can talk about some stuff that just happened this last week, and we won't be a week behind.
Right? Yeah, we're gonna get into some NFL draft. We're gonna get to that a little bit and kind of discuss maybe the first couple of picks and then kind of what our teams did or didn't do.
Some trade rumors, maybe.
Some trade rumors that some of us are happy with and my daughter's not. So that, and before we go, remind me, we got to say Happy Mother's Day to our mothers out there before we end the podcast, because
Absolutely.
It's Mother's Day Sunday. So
Yeah. So if we forget, Happy Mother's Day.
right, we'll just do it now because
Do it now. Get it out of the way.
we're human.
Not over with, just out of the way before we forget
Right.
again.
So yes, before we forget, Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there, grandmothers, sisters who are mothers. I don't know. I think Mother's Day kind of covers everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, who are mothers.
Yeah. All mothers, for sure.
So Happy Mother's Day from us here at This Guy, That Guy podcast. I know I appreciate my mother and my wife and my mother-in-law, all the mothers in my life. I appreciate them and all the hard work they do and the dedication to make sure we don't die.
Yep. Absolutely.
So,
I second that to all the mothers in my life. Absolutely. Well, anything new with the Ken Ballards of the world?
well, there's only one. Well, no, I shouldn't say there's two of us. My uncle's one of them.
Oh, wow.
But I'm just sorry. I'm moving stuff around. I just officially went back to the office after 14 months working from home, and I like this whole desk to myself. So I'm spreading stuff out and getting stuff situated. And
Nice.
today's my first day back into the office. And I was telling Desi it's really weird because it's almost like those movies where like the apocalypse happens and you go to like a place that you're frequent, like everything's still the same. Even though it's been like a year.
Yeah.
Like my desk was the same, and there was just like stuff right where I left it when I had to leave the office. And going, this is really weird. But then I moved to a different desk, so like I had to take everything down from that desk and move to a different desk, and it's just been a little weird. It was
So little layer of dust on it, or no?
no, it's clean in there
Oh, okay.
because they've been cleaning there since we left. And
No, that's good.
but it's just like there's a note that Desi wrote me like before we left. It's still on the desk right where I forgot it, and it was just really weird. I'm the only one down there, so it was quiet.
Eerie,
I told Desi,
probably.
I said, "Huh?
Eerie, probably.
A little
With no
eerie.
person in there?
You can hear people talking around you and all that kind of stuff." I told Desi, I said, at least I remember where the bathroom was, so that's always a good thing.
That is a good thing. Good start.
But that was today, so here on May 3rd, the day before May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
I went back to the office, so
There you go.
what about
Awesome.
you?
Just burning the candle at both ends still, but there's lots of good stuff happening, and hate to brag, but so I'm not going to. But I've been staying busy and just
So what you're saying,
grinding.
God is good all the time.
Yes, yeah.
Ah,
Like
okay.
he's putting things in my life that are like when he opens a door, he opens it all the way.
Mhm.
And I 100% believe that when he closes the door, he closes all the way, and I
Yeah, he
feel it.
doesn't leave it open so you can kind of peek what's on the other side of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's
It's
fully
not a
open or
window.
fully shut.
Yeah, so it's things are going really well, and I'm excited about what's coming up and happening. Yeah,
Nice.
getting excited for camp. We're going to youth camp in about a month, so that'll be fun.
Okay.
Excited about that.
Very nice.
Yep, we did go on a dinner cruise last Sunday night, which was awesome.
Was that in a paddle boat?
It was not in a paddle boat; it was in a regular boat.
Oh, so you didn't have to paddle and eat.
No, I couldn't have done that.
Okay. So I'm just
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah,
No, our audience could be curious. Like, what kind of boat was it? Was it a
It
paddle
wasn't-
boat? Was it a bass boat?
it was like a dinner boat, I don't know, held like 100 people,
Okay. Well,
and then
Was
Dylan's
it-
barbecue, which I'm sure you
had
could too.
what?
Dylan's barbecue.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it was all you can eat buffet.
fancy schmancy.
And another note, there was no masks anywhere to be seen. So,
Yes.
it's always a good trip when nobody else is wearing masks.
It's always a good day when masks don't have to be worn.
Hashtag probably got some trigger warning people. So
But I think people can understand where we stand with that.
I know I'm just saying it just to say it, just to
But
grind a little
if
bit.
you come across the page for the first time, they can be like,
I know. Oh my gosh! I'm going to report them.
They're
You can-
anti-maskers.
They should probably try to demonetize us. I dare them.
I dare you.
I dare you to demonetize us.
As they say in Christmas Story, I triple dare you.
Triple dog dare you. Yeah, exactly.
Not the dare of all dares.
How dare you? Bet your name will be Karen.
Karen.
Karen. Oh man.
So then we had an interesting weekend in the NFL, National Football League.
Yes, sir. Yes, we did.
It was
Yes, we did.
another virtual draft. So they opened up a little bit more this year. That was kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
It was held in the great city of Cleveland. So for any Cleveland fans, shout out to Cleveland. If not, we should have fans in Cleveland.
Mhm.
Just saying, I don't know. But
Every
Some
time I hear
exciting stuff
Cleveland, every time I hear Cleveland, I think of Drew Carey.
Cleveland rocks.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just saying. I don't know. But
So we're
yeah,
probably
so
talking
those-
about two teams, right? We're talking mainly about two teams. You think?
we're going to talk a couple teams, and the first three picks of the NFL draft was all quarterbacks. One wasn't a shocker,
Oh yeah.
right?
One was
Trevor
not,
Lawrence was not a shocker going to Jacksonville,
not at all.
right? With Urban Meyer was not a shock.
Yeah.
I think
Speaking
Zach
of
Wilson and Trey.
Jacksonville.
Do what?
Speaking of Jacksonville, do you know who he either worked out or is going to maybe working out for Jacksonville? Did you hear this rumor?
He tried out.
Did you hear that? He did.
He did try
Okay. I couldn't remember because I read it. I couldn't remember if he was going to or he did. He did, right?
If you're listening and you know who we're talking about, you should put in a little chatty chat there if you think who we're talking about.
Yeah. Mhm.
But yes, he tried out, and I was just waiting to hear.
I hope so. I'm such a fan.
But here's the thing: why didn't you do this 5 years ago when they wanted you to do that?
We mature. We mature as adults, and he's in a different place.
Like,
Maybe,
he's married.
maybe married now.
He's married. Yeah,
He could do it.
he could. I mean, he stayed in shape. He played baseball.
He stayed in
There's
shape.
another hint.
There's
played
another
baseball.
hint. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so quarterbacks in the top three pick, Trey Lawrence was not a surprise. The next two, Zach Wilson and Trey Lance, I thought it was kind of a surprise. I mean, I mean, I don't watch a lot of college football. I don't sit in front of the TV on Saturdays and get out my notes and stuff like that, But I'm just surprised that those two were 2-3. What do you think?
Who'd they go to?
Zach Wilson went to the Jets.
Wow, they all where quarterbacks go to die. Okay,
right. So it's number 2 big, and then Trey Lance, he went to the great team of the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, well, they needed a quarterback, but
what's that say about Garoppolo? Is he going?
I don't know.
Could he go to Green Bay?
Ooh, in the trade?
Could Aaron Rodgers go to San Francisco?
No, I don't think so.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I have I think I hope Aaron Rodgers doesn't go to
because Denver's been dropped as a place to go.
Yeah, buddy.
But anyway, I think we're jumping ahead. No, I was just jump into it because we're talking about Denver. So go ahead and just
let's do it.
If Aaron Rodgers is
had more draft picks, so let's talk about us first.
Exactly. It's only an hour podcast. So you should pitch to Aaron Rodgers. That's a should, David. That's a should. It scares me a little bit. Blame Ken. Novak says the title scares him. It scared me too. I blushed a little. No. Yeah. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it should be okay.
So I think
Okay, here's my pitch to Aaron Rodgers. You ready?
Okay.
And Peyton Manning did the same thing. Peyton Manning. He could be another like Peyton Manning.
Oh, so you can lose the Super Bowl to Seattle? I like that.
I mean, or win the Super Bowl? Another Super Bowl?
No. Probably.
You forgot about that, didn't you? You go out on top, and you'll have Teddy Bridgewater behind him.
Is that really a selling point?
I think so.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Trade? I know that wasn't a draft thing, but what do you think about Teddy Bridgewater going to Denver?
It sounds to me like Denver's getting desperate. Like we got to find us a quarterback.
Like they want another. Yeah, like they draft him and then they want another quarterback. But they didn't draft a quarterback this year. Which is
because they're going to try to get Aaron Rodgers.
I think they're going to get Aaron Rodgers. I think this is going to go. And if Kendra needs some Denver hats, I have a couple that she can lend. I can lend her a couple hats if she needs them.
We're going to beat me at the stake. Let's not do that.
Why?
She's not happy camper right now. She is not happy. She blames Aaron Rodgers' fiance.
She blames Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers' fiance.
Oh, it's always the girl. I wouldn't.
It's like she's dumb. She needs to
go. Said I would never.
Kid would never.
Always time. There's always time to convert.
So yeah. Because there was. I don't know why this rumor didn't kill because it was dumb. Because the first mention about him going to the Raiders, but the Raiders love Derek Carr. What's my wife? What was that emoji? Is it towards the title or the come about Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know. It could be either. Leave us in suspense, I guess.
Right. Leave it to one of the spouses to leave us in suspense of what they just emojied.
Exactly.
But yes, he's rumored to go to the Raiders. But they like Derek Carr. He's probably getting extensions. So why would you go to the Raiders? Doesn't make sense to me. At all. But I don't know. I mean, what I told Kendra, I said the funny thing is this is actually coming from Aaron Rodgers and not his camp. Like the whole Russell Wilson thing came from his camp, not from Russell Wilson, right?
Yeah, he squashed that pretty quick, though, didn't he?
No,
Russell Wilson. No,
that was the thing. He didn't come out and squash it either. But they hugged him, made up, and they're happy.
Okay,
but
I thought something. I felt like it played out pretty quick. Like it didn't drag on very long.
It was a couple of weeks of trying to put my heart in myocardial infarction. We were talking about the most heartbreaking news of 2021. Kendra, it hasn't happened. Kendra,
I don't think it's heartbreaking. I don't think it's heartbreaking. Yeah. I feel good about it. I feel
It's
good
only
about it.
heartbreaking to Kendra and one other fan. So I'm just,
They're one other fan.
which is his fiance, who's moving him to California. I'm just saying.
Denver's
But,
not that far from California. It's about the same type of weather.
He can still do Jeopardy.
You can still do Jeopardy. It makes sense. It makes sense. It's all coming together.
But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, when somebody says I'd rather retire than go back to Green Bay, that's some serious business.
I know. That's pretty. Yeah.
Serious business. So
Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of retiring, do we think Edelman actually retired, or is he going to do what your boy from Arizona did to Gronkowski? Do you think he's going to stay out a year and be like, okay, I'm going to come back and play for Tampa? That's the rumor.
Who's this? Sorry, you
Julian
cut out.
Edelman. Oh, sorry, Julian Edelman from the Patriots.
Oh, he'll go somewhere else.
As I said, the rumor is he'll sit down and go to Tampa Bay like Gronkowski did.
Yeah, they'll have all the New England players just in different uniforms.
And Tom will play for another 10 years.
Yeah. He can't be human. Like, is he really like human? Like, he can't be human.
No, he's not. He's not human.
Is he the oldest quarterback to ever play?
Ever play or to start?
Probably start. Is he the oldest quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl? I guess that should be probably the benchmark. I don't know.
I know. You have to have somebody who's a Tom Brady fan. I have no idea.
We need to have a statistician listening and being able to look at the.
So if you're out there and you're a statistician and you want to help us, email us at thisguythatguy@gmail.com.
Yep.
But
We'll set up a good compensation plan for you, also known as probably Chick-fil-A.
is it the same one as Brandon gets for being a voiceover?
Yes. Yeah, same compensation. We'll put you on the same compensation plan as Brandon Gibbs.
Wait, when did Brandon get a raise and get Chick-fil-A? We did discuss this in the last business meeting.
I just thought about it right now. Just flying by the seat of my pants. I was thinking Chick-fil-A or one of those party-sized taco packs from Taco Bell.
Did our wife bring her back and pay the kid?
Yeah, just randomly have tacos.
So where does tacos come from? Enjoy your salary, sir. Leave us alone. But yeah, Seattle had 3 picks.
Make them last all year.
Yeah, we can talk about Seattle's 3 picks. First pick in the second round was a wide receiver. Why? Then we got an offensive lineman, finally, and then a corner. Nothing too eventful, but only time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say about Seattle. 3 picks. I think they're the least picks of anybody, I think, this year.
Probably.
I could be wrong.
Why did they? What happened? They just trade away picks for a while.
We gave away our first round pick, I think, to DK Metcalf last year or 2 years ago. So I think we kind of gave away the farm last couple of years in some drafts. And we thought they were going to trade their picks, like drop down and get a couple extra picks, but no, they just kept the 3 and bounced.
All right.
So that's all I got for the NFL draft.
Denver went pretty defense heavy.
Was that because Von Miller?
Did you get that? Yeah, he signed. He's pretty much on a lifetime contract now, essentially.
That's right. He did sign.
We did get that center though. Yeah, we did get that center though. The dude that's built differently.
Okay.
See that guy?
Yep.
I think you sent me that video. Yeah.
The dude was tackling trees, man.
Built different. He is made for tackling trees.
He was training like Rocky was doing when he had to fight Dolph Lundgren.
That's right.
He was out in the snow and stuff and beating up trees. I think he eats trees.
Yeah, I mean, we picked a. He probably does. He probably eats trees. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Denver did draft the cornerback from Alabama first round, which is good.
That's a good pick.
You know, I don't.
What was it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't follow those, like most of the schools. Like I know them, but I don't know their players. So
Yeah.
you know,
I will say,
except for that dude that's built differently.
Right. I will say that Detroit Lions did get a good pick when they picked up Sewell from Oregon, the big Samoan dude, left tackle. They got a good one.
That dude's huge. Yeah.
They got a good one. So, but yeah, so that's my take on NFL draft. So I wasn't too excited about it. I watched the first round a little bit, but like I said, I wasn't too hyped on it this time.
Because you don't have any picks. That's why.
And I didn't have any. See, I didn't have any picks. Yeah, it was kind of a
You need to look
lackluster
forward to.
sleeper.
Yeah.
Do you know the draft's going to be next year?
Do I know where it's going to be? No.
Yeah.
Should I know?
Las Vegas.
Ooh.
We have to go to Vegas. Could we go? Could we go to Vegas and do a podcast from Vegas?
Yes,
That's
we
all I
can.
think.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Yes, we will.
Do a live podcast from Vegas.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
We have a year to plan.
I have some Pop Slots points. Well, I have a ton of Pop Slots points. I can get like a free week of Vegas hotels at this point.
So can we? It could be almost all expenses paid trip.
Exactly. Yep. 2-for-1s, 25% offs, free
No
buffet.
Chick-fil-A for us. It's free buffets, baby,
That's right.
in Vegas.
Just don't tell my heart doctor. He doesn't need to know. It doesn't count. When you're on vacation, it doesn't count.
If your heart doctor's listening, you could be in trouble. He's calling you right now. You are not going there, sir. You're going to go work on it. You're going to work on a lettuce farm, and eat lettuce is what you're going to do.
As long as it's organic.
Organic lettuce.
Oh man.
Well, do you have anything else sports related there, Mr. Story?
Not that I can think of.
So we talked,
Nope.
we talked about Aaron. We talked about the draft. Baseball's going.
Baseball's going. Phoenix Suns are going to playoffs for the first time in 11 years.
Long time.
Too bad I'm not the 1 year that I'm boycotting basketball. They're going.
Because of Sweaty Sean?
No, Boyd had an NBA because of
Oh, yeah.
crybaby LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
That's okay. The Lakers are starting to spiral.
They are. I hope they go down like the Titanic. Oh man,
No hope of recovery.
I hope not.
All right. Then I say, let the conversations begin. What do you think?
Let's do it.
So as Mr. Novak, he's like me saying that. As David said, this title scares him. And I think it's important because we talk about relationships. And I don't think we've ever talked about this subject a whole lot in regards to relationships. I was thinking, it's probably time we address it, especially with the pandemic and life and everything that's been going on lately. I think this is a good topic because we get busy, right? I don't think a lot of stuff is intentional. I think just doing busyness, right?
Yeah.
So the title today is 5 Reasons Sex Takes a Backseat in Marriage. And I think it's great.
Yeah,
Frank Davis,
no NBA.
no NBA. So we got 3 here standing strong.
No.
No grab strippers.
I guess I got to take us off the live feed. We're just gonna have just the black.
You didn't load up the PowerPoint, did you?
No.
Okay,
No.
good.
For some reason, it wouldn't load.
Jeez.
Think technology.
Crazy. This would be time to take a commercial and compose ourselves. Thanks, David.
Yeah, exactly.
No pictures are great.
Oh man, this is fantastic.
Nope, strictly words. Strictly words.
Two words, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. So again, kind of. So again, we're talking about 5 reasons sex takes a backseat in marriage, and we know that a healthy relationship is communication, health, spiritual. I think sometimes the sex part of it gets neglected, right? It's like, we're good, and everything's going fine. When you sit down and think about it, are you?
Mm-hmm.
You sit down with your spouse and talk to them, going, are we good in that area? Are we good in the sex area? Are we good in our relationship and intimacy? And especially for this past year and a half, are you good? And, a healthy sex life is vitally important to maintain a healthy marriage of lifelong love and commitment, right? It's not having everything else and not really that. It's like the total package deal, right, Nick?
Right.
It's the communication around it. It's the heart behind it. It's the respect of it, right?
Exactly.
And when couples decide, it's kind of funny because when couples are young and stuff like that, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're good in that area. We're good in that area. We're fantastic. And life happens, kids happen, things happen, work happens, right? Then you sit back to your first, year of marriage. How much has it changed, right? It goes back to communication.
100%. Yeah, these 5 tips are spot on.
Yeah,
spot on.
So let's just jump into it.
Okay.
I don't think there's any particular order of importance or most strain on a healthy sex relationship. I think they're just the top 5 that have come up. Yeah. The number one thing they said is children, right? Children are among the greatest blessings in marriage. I love my kids. The ups and downs, the screaming, the fighting, the bickering, the love. They're the greatest blessing out there. It's kind of the not a prize, because your wife is the prize, your spouse is the prize, but it's like, the gift of marriage, right?
Yep.
But they're not always a blessing to a couple's sex life, okay? Children bring joy, but they also bring distractions. And I honestly, and Nick, if I'm wrong, and if you're at the list and you think I'm wrong, please tell me, but I think they have some kind of radar that they know.
They totally.
Where I'm going is you turn on a little music.
Mm-hmm.
You light the candle, whatever it is you do. Then it's a knock, knock, knock.
Yep.
And they do. I think God put a radar. I think he thinks he's funny. He put in radar, but they bring distractions, lots of them. And the time-consuming nature of parenting can leave both spouses exhausted at the end of the day. As a result, sex often takes a backseat to that, right?
You're right.
So in this aspect, we got to be intentional. Put the kids to bed early, lock the bedroom door, or if needed, put their favorite movie on, create the margin needed to prioritize each other, right? It's almost like, here's your pizza, here's your steak, shut the door and run out, right? But you gotta prioritize and be intentional about telling your wife, okay, tonight's our night. I got the kids a movie, they're gonna be eating, we're gonna lock the door, phones off, and just enjoy each other's company.
Yep. Yeah. Lock the door. I like it says lock the door.
I should have been first. Lock the door first.
Lock the door. Put on a movie. Yeah, exactly. The number 2 is sleep. So we all know that as new parents, we lose sleep. So if we're used to getting 8-10 hours, once we become a parent, we're going to live off of like half that, like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And for some reason, you never get that back. I don't know why. So we need to make sure that even when your kids are older, you still don't get that. You don't get that sleep back. Mm-hmm. So lack of sleep can definitely affect our moods, our availability in the bedroom, and our desires. So one of the biggest things is practicing shared responsibility with our kids, making sure we do have healthy sleep habits. So we don't want to have like late night eating, I won't say anything more about that because that's one of my weaknesses.
But you work all night long. That's
I
something
do.
different.
I do. But even when I do, but even when I didn't work all night long, I still, for some reason, like ate late night eating.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things though is mindless phone scrolling. So rather than when that time comes where we're alone, instead of us both mindless phone scrolling, or just those are times that we can have those moments together that are few and far between. Yep.
Right.
Sleep is a big thing.
Well, too, I mean, if you or your spouse have difficulty sleeping, that can affect moods, right?
Absolutely.
When you're cranky, it's like, don't touch me. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I work all day. I've been with kids all day. I didn't get much sleep last night, or I haven't got much sleep this week, or, stuff like that. And moods, we know you need to be in a mood, but not that kind of mood, right?
Right.
And also the availability in the bedroom and the desire for sex. So when you're tired and your brain is not shutting off, and like you're doing the mindless scrolling and you're just exhausted, you're sitting there eating, that desire is not there, right? Because you're tired. But like you said, if you're so tired, how come we're just doing this with the phone?
Yeah, exactly.
And number 3 is overcommitment, right? So most families are overcommitted with their time and schedule. So many parents even know that their busy lives are keeping them from some of the most important things, right? Whether it's, you got stuff planned. Okay, when you get off work, I'm gonna go hang out with the guys, right? Or I'm gonna run around, do some of this one. I got some meetings. I got some, parent teacher stuff I got to do. I've got all this kind of stuff to do. Yet it's so easy to continue in the rat race despite its negative effects on family life and your sex life. Right? Because again, you're overcommitted, you're doing too much stuff, then you're not sleeping because your mind just won't shut off. Right.
Right.
You start thinking about the next day. Okay, day's over. I got tomorrow, and I go, get to do this and get over here. Hopefully, no phone scrolling during the moment. we should just bring David on here with us and just hang out with us today.
So funny.
Just dropping some knowledge right there.
It's true.
Yeah, I think if this phone scrolling,
probably have. I think you probably have some bigger conversations you need to have when he was phone scrolling during the moment.
It's time to go see somebody. Yeah. The moment is in it. Yeah. So yes, you gotta watch the overcommitments, watch the schedules, right? Don't sit there and pencil it in. Okay, baby, I got next Thursday night. No. It's not something you schedule in, because you're overcommitted. Schedule sex, it doesn't get squelched out by your schedule. Start the week by committing to a specific day. To me, I think that's just kind of, I think it'd be tough.
We've tried that. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Committing to a specific day so you both can anticipate, making love. And, I know, like, sometimes we'll plan getaways. Like, okay, we're going for the weekend, boys. You can go stay at somebody's house, or you're going to stay at somebody's house. We're staying home. I
feel lucky in that aspect. Yeah, and because we have grandma so close that she goes over there quite a bit. So it's lucky in that aspect. I know not all parents will have that opportunity, but in schedule, I think we talked about this, like when we were going through one of our books that we went through was making sure that we're scheduling time to be with our spouse, and I think it's super important, even if it does mean to get away and find a babysitter for the kids for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and and we're planning a getaway. It's a good time to start. Not start flirting, but kick up the flirting. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anticipation, but not great. I think it's hard to kind of schedule. Some people do it. Some people can do that, but
it didn't work for us. We tried it, and it never worked. I think because that's always the first thing to go when something comes up.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, number 4. I feel like you put these in this order, so I would say this. Gosh,
I'll take it. You do number 5.
No, it's good. I don't have this problem anymore.
See,
Lack of exercise or health.
leave me alone.
So lack of exercise or health. So we all know this says 30%, 36% of adults are obese and 32% are overweight. So that's about 2/3 of the population. So sadly, it affects our sex life greatly. Poor body image, sluggishness, lack of attractiveness or desire. I think that's big. I think it says it has a libido effect in marriage, which is true.
Mhm.
I think it's more, and I think men struggle with this too. I don't think that I think it's just women. I think men struggle with body image just as much, and it does have a libido effect on marriage if we don't feel good about ourselves as men. So this is a pretty good tip. So it says collaborate with your spouse on ways to commit to giving attention to your health and fun ways to be rewarded for yourself. Fun ways to reward yourself. So
Oh, sorry.
yeah, no, that's good. Chocolates. Oh wait, wrong type of reward. I mean, maybe. I mean, if that's what you're into, if that's what gets you in the mood.
You know, we talk about lack of exercise and health, and you talk about having that self-image. When both of you are not healthy, right? You have two people just like no self-esteem,
Yep.
and the image is destroyed.
Yep.
That can destroy it as well, right? Not just for the husband or just for the wife. Sometimes it's one or the other, and it's really bad if it's both, right? It's really damaging when both of them have that same self-esteem and right when you don't have you have lack of exercise and your health's not the best, you have no energy. That's the last thing you want to think about is, do I want to put my spouse through through what's about to happen with
That's true. You're not wrong.
do I want to be that guy
Yeah.
Yeah, that was totally not enjoyable whatsoever.
Right.
It's more of a necessity. So yeah, you gotta again, communication, right? Open that communication up, talking about it, and then like I said, do that commitment to get better and invest in each other and get healthy together, right?
Yep.
Number 5, last but not least, complacency.
Ooh.
It's a huge one. For most marriages, the greatest reason that sex takes a backseat is simply that we're willing to settle for a boring sex life, right?
Yeah.
They're thinking just because we're Christians and you've been married for over a certain amount of years, it's boring, right? Rather than putting in the necessary work to make it better, we want to enjoy the delicious end result without having to do the prep work of cooking up great sex together, right? Complacency.
True. Yeah.
Right? You got time now? Sometimes it's necessary.
Yes.
Kids are
Sometimes
mad.
the door can stay long for so long.
But when it's out of that type of attitude, right?
Right.
That type of complacency, that's when it gets dangerous. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the tip here is seek to become better student of your spouse, right? And give your spouse permission to teach you. Get intentional about communication outside the bedroom and creativity inside the bedroom, right? It's giving your spouse the okay, right?
Exactly.
To be better, to better yourself, right? So again, it's like communication, not when you got the 30 seconds and the kid just lay down or whatever. It's outside the bedroom, talking. Go out to eat. Go on a drive. Go on a drive and discuss it, right?
Right.
It's okay to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that it says seek to be a better student of your spouse. That's so good. Just leave that there.
Yeah. Exactly. In what ways could you be more intentional, right?
Yeah, I think it. Excuse me. I think it's. I think that's just good advice. No matter how long you've been married for, is to always be a student of your spouse, to always get to learn new things about them. And I know you can attest to that, and I certainly can at 9.5, over 9 years of marriage. So just learning and growing with your spouse.
Yeah, and that's it's funny because Liz and I, we flirt all the time, right? And to our kids' disgust and dismay. I don't care.
That almost makes it funner. What are you talking about?
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
We got our big ogre in there, doing stuff like that. But it's even funny because even out when we're working together, before we came home, is that spills over into what people see in a couple, right?
Absolutely.
And the love and the respect, and it's kind of the total package, right? When you're, you flirt in front of the kids, or you flirt out in public, or again, you get the whole package, and you're a student, and you're willing to learn from each other, and then you're comfortable. And when you're comfortable, not complacent, when you're comfortable, you're okay to, you still have that persona of, look at that couple,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Liz and I have been married, over 25 years, and been together on our 30th year being together, and 25 years of marriage. It's like we get a lot of people, and I said this before, is like, you can just tell you're in love. How do you do it, right?
Right.
It takes work and communication, and we went for a drive. I think we were coming back from somewhere, and the whole time we just turned the radio off and we just talked. Right? We talked about what we like and what's going on and all that kind of stuff, and just, you got to have that communication.
Absolutely. 100% agree. 100% agree. Well, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this?
Well, they're typing up their answers ferociously and fast. Because the Bible talks about when you find a good wife, you find a good thing, right?
Right.
So if you find something good, you cherish it, right? You love
Absolutely.
it, you cherish it, you spend time with it, you try to find a way to make it better if you need to, and you find ways to protect it. Same way with our wives.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
We gotta protect it. We gotta invest time in it. We get to do that. We get to invest time. We get to spend time and enjoy the good thing that God gave us.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, this was fun. What do you think, Ken? This was it's a good subject.
I had a blast.
Switching
It was
up a
fun.
little bit. It is fun.
I think this one came out of left field for some people.
Yeah. And
and if you
I keep
if you're
people on their
dating,
toes.
right. If you're out there dating, this is a great thing to start, thinking about now, right?
Absolutely.
If you've been married a couple of years, 9, 10, 11, 12, 25 years, it's not too late, right? Because everything that's happened this last year and a half, probably put some strain on marriages, right? Probably put some strain on some relationships, mentally, physically, socially, financially, right? And I think here at this guy, like a podcast, we want to try and do the whole person, right? We want to, again, learn from us. And again, we've always said this, we're not, master's degree in psychology. We're just two guys who've gone through life and made some mistakes, and, we're constantly growing, we're constantly developing, and we're not afraid to reach out to those who have more experience and to ask for, advice or whatever. And so we just want to say, hey, that's part of marriage. Sex is a part of marriage.
Yep.
If not,
absolutely.
I don't know what kind of marriage you have, but it's not a fun one. I'll tell you that right now.
No, it's not a fun one. It's true. 100% true.
So if you're dating, you're engaged, talk about it. It's okay to talk about.
Yeah.
Not talking about bank accounts. We're not talking about wedding rings. We're not talking about, you've probably done all that. But have you been intentional about what happens next?
Right.
Right. That's all I got.
That's all I got. That's all I got today. That was awesome. I hope people leave comments. Let us know what you guys think about this conversation. What we should do in the future. If we should do more things like this. I'm definitely open to it. Please follow us on our social media pages. Go like and follow our YouTube, Facebook. You're already on Facebook, so you know. But if you're watching, you haven't already followed us, please give us a follow. You can go see us or go listen to us, I should say, at pretty much all the podcasting websites and platforms. We're on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We're on 12 of them right now. So on all those, go like, share, give us a follow, listen to us again in your car, share us with a friend, share it with a spouse if you need to share with a spouse. So yeah, thanks, David. Love your support, buddy.
Yeah, go. You know, we just started our Facebook, or not Facebook. We've been on Facebook. Well, our YouTube page. You know, if you people who are YouTube people that don't do Facebook, so I know a lot of the younger people don't do Facebook. They're the Instagram and then the Twitter and stuff like that.
So go to our old people.
Right. Go to our YouTube page, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So every time we post video, you'll know. Share that. Share this live with them. You know, they can, you know, watch it that way, right? Or if you're on Facebook, share the Facebook. We appreciate it. We've gotten, I think, since we've done this, we've gotten more views through the video than we've ever have.
Yeah, and absolutely.
You know, I think now over the last couple 2-3 weeks, we're like over to 300 plus views and downloads with our podcast. You know, so I know you're all watching. I know people are coming across our Facebook page and watching, and they're still going to the, I guess, the old-fashioned way. The podcast is wait until it gets dropped on Monday, and but I know the overwhelming support that Nick and I feel since we started doing this. We weren't sure. We're kind of going, what's going to happen when we do this? You know, and our philosophy is we want to get in every avenue stream, every stream that we can, every social media stream that we can do this to get the word out.
Yep, absolutely.
Right? Because I think right now, there's a lot of changing going on. The tide is turning. There's this. I'm sick and tired of what's going on, right? Not because of us, but I think just in the world in general, is people are tired, and I think the men need to stand up and take their families back, and you know, let their wives be wives and their kids be kids, and husbands be husbands, right? Be the man God's called you to be, you know. And sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes you got to, you know, get in the middle of things and be, you know, neutral. And sometimes you got to, you know, do things you're not happy, you're not excited about doing. But that's what we do instead of being complacent and turning a blind eye and letting somebody else deal with it. You know.
Yep. You just start in our house. That's where it starts, in our house.
Yep.
Yep. Absolutely. And as another bonus, if you do go over on like our YouTube channel, there's a special surprise on the most recent video and the upcoming ones. At the very beginning, we have a special appearance. Just you know, just to kind of, you know, dangle the carrot a little bit. You guys watch it. Yeah.
And always we're constantly improving how we do things, and we're trying to get better, and you know, and with our friend's help, he's like, you guys need to get this. And so we're looking at getting new equipment so I got a ring light. Can you tell I got a ring light right? Oh, right there.
I see it. Yeah.
Right there.
I got what the new kids got. I got the new things. Yeah.
Nick took the lights from Connor. That was bedroom.
I got the new things. Ooh. Got the new lights.
You know, so I can do this. So there. I can go dimmer and I can go brighter. But I'm supposed to my color scheme. Our video guy is gonna. He's gonna
be so mad.
Check the video at the end. What are you doing? You two?
Like he's like, I was trying to get rid of a lot of your blue light, but it won't go away.
Because I do it in blue light.
That's all I have is blue light. Well, funny.
But again, thanks. Thanks for your support. You know, we celebrated 2 years a couple weeks ago. You know that?
That's crazy. It feels like it was just yesterday, but it
April
also feels like
15th
it's
was
been
2
a long
years.
time. Oh yeah,
Who-
tax day.
Who launches a podcast on tax day? These guys. These
These
guys.
guys do.
Yeah.
It just
So,
helps us remember.
Right?
Yeah.
Tax. What is today? Tax day? No.
No.
It's this guy, that guy anniversary. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Taxes
Yeah,
can
buddy.
wait.
Yeah, taxes can wait. So that's all right.
But thank everybody for the 2 years, through the growth and the changes and the inconsistencies. I know one thing to be successful is you have to be consistent, and it's life, and it happens.
That's life.
You know,
Yep.
man, we support those who support us, and as always, it's all about relationship with Dave Novak. Go listen to his nuggets of truth and support him and everything he does, and he has some great guests on there that come and just teach us, right? So we need that teaching. There's a lot of great teaching podcasts out there, but like I said, he supports us, so go out and show him some love, and he's on all podcast channels and on Instagram and all that stuff too. So go ahead and definitely support him. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there on Sunday. We'd love and appreciate everyone you for taking care of us.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Ken, if you had nothing else for this guy, that guy podcast, we're out.
Peace.